So the day is November 10th, it's November 10th and it is game day. I walk in the dealership late because I was writing the note, thank you note in the car, and whatever. And anyway, so I go into the Hyundai building and I thought I was going to be dealing with my friend on the phone, the one that brought the deal down for me, or the price down for me. But no, it was the first girl that I was talking to on the phone, and I was like, I don't want to see her. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Lord, help me, God, Jesus, help me. But no, I was upset with her because she tried to play me on the phone the first time. Anyway, I was nice. And I was just sitting in her office. I didn't see the guy anywhere as of yet. And so I was like, man, am I going to see him? When am I going to give him this gift, And so I'm just sitting and waiting, and they're doing the paperwork and stuff, and she's going back and forth. And so then all I hear is somebody walk in the building. I'm in her office, so not in the general waiting area. And so I hear somebody walk in the building, and the footsteps, and I hear the voice on the phone, and he's like, where is she? I want to meet her. I just want to look at her. I just want to see her. Where is she? And then so he comes into the office that I was at, and he sits in the chair across from me, and he's just like, hi, I just want to look at you. And I was like, me? This girl has been crying all month. What? I'm nobody. You don't even know. I was beside myself. I was like, listen, honey, this is all God, because I have no wisdom. None. And so I asked him, well, here I am. Well, no, I said, well, here I am, just me. And I asked if I was going to see him again because I wanted to give him the steps of Christ, but I didn't when I do it at that moment. It just didn't feel right. And so he said no. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, it was nice meeting you. Hopefully we'll see each other again. I really needed to see him again so I could give him the gift, you know what I mean? And it was just taking a really long time, and I didn't get to see the numbers again, so I was still cautious, but I knew that I was going to leave with the car. And so I was like, they were like, well, would you like to put your things in your car while we continue with the documentation and stuff? This is a really long process. And I was like, yeah, I can put my stuff in the car. And then I put the stuff in the car. I saw the psychology, she's telling me it's your car and all those things. And I was like, whatever. And then they had to do something else, and she was like, you want to set up your phone to your car and all these things? And I was like, no, I'm good. No, that's where I draw the line, because I'm not putting my phone number in a car if it's not mine, just in case I have to leave again because y'all be acting up. Anyway, and so I get so distracted when I get crazy. So help me, Lord, not to get crazy no more, so I can tell the story to the peoples and it'll be good. So, finally everything goes through, and then I have to go into the office for finances. And then, while we were waiting, I told that young lady about my story and how I hadn't been working all year, and how I was doing volunteer work by giving Bible studies over the summer, and how I ended up into California. And I left her one of those little pamphlets that said a gift for you too on her desk. And I was telling her that I got the car. Actually, I asked her how much they were going to give me for my car, for Beulah. Remember, I bought Beulah for $100. And so I was like, yeah, so how much are they going to give me anyway for the car? And they're like, she said, oh, we're going to give you $500. And I was like, okay. And I told her the story, and she's like, wow, so you're actually making money off of this car? And I was like, ain't God good, girl? And she was like, wow, speechless, And so I was like, yeah, all right, cool. I go into finances, right? And like all the paperwork and all these numbers, and we're reviewing it, and I'm like, okay, this looks good, this looks good, this looks consistent with what I received on my phone. Yeah, I'm really excited, let's go. And I'm like, wait, how much? This is another person. How much are you gonna give me for the car? And the guy says, we're gonna give you $1,000. And I was like, what? You're giving me $1,000 for Beulah? Beulah was, God, you're so good to me. Because like I only paid $100. The lady was initially going to give me Beulah for $1,000. She was charging $1,000 for Beulah, but then she gave me $900 back and only took $100 and said that's what God told her to do. And now here they are giving me 90% more. Is that how the math goes? Somebody come correct me. Somebody come help me. But yeah, I get an increase on Beulah going towards my new car. And so I was like, God, you're so good. And then my dad is like, I'm gonna, oh, sorry, he told me this earlier. The same day though, he was like, I'm gonna send you $1,500 to go towards the car. I'm gonna give it to you. Like, that's a gift from me to you. And I was like, thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you. Because on Saturday night, my dad said he was like, and he didn't tell me before Saturday night when I was like, I'm about to leave with the car. He was like, while I was at the dealership, he said, I'm gonna give you $1,000. And so I was like, really? Thank you. But that was that. And I didn't see the money and whatever because I didn't get the car. But then on Tuesday, he was like, I'm going to send you $1,500. And I was like, it increased. Praise the Lord. God, you're so good to me. You're so good to me because this car is more expensive than the accent, you know? Anyway. So we're in the financing department and then going over everything, and the guy's like trying to sell me more things, and I was like, no, I just want what I want. And then something went wrong with the no. Okay, so then things started getting like beyond my understanding, and I was like, oh, I need to call my dad real quick. And so he was like, yeah, go ahead, call your dad. So I called my dad, and my dad's on like a FaceTime or WhatsApp video call, and like I'm like leaning over the computer with the phone and like just showing him the numbers and all of it. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. And my dad's like talking to the guy. He was like, what's up, my friend? What's up, my cousin? You know, the guy is Indian, and he's like, let's do this, you know, and like taking down the price some more. And he's like, well, not the price, but he was like, can you fix that APR? Like lower it, you know? And so he lowered it to the lowest amount, like literally the lowest amount. And he's like my dad's like trying to like hustle in other areas, but like the guy really couldn't do anything more at this time. He was like, listen, we are not making any money off of this car, sir. This is a very good girl. Your daughter is okay. She's good. But we are not making any money, I promise you. And then it was just so funny. It was crazy. But then he was like, thank you, boss. And we're going to play some cricket game because Indians and West Indians and whatever. Anyway, so then the computer glitches as we were proceeding with the transaction. However, my dad is off the phone at this time. And in walks somebody because the computer's messing up, and this financial guy has to go call the manager. And so, to my wonderful surprise, I was like, we meet again! Yes! Yes! And so he like sits down and he was like, you again? And I was like, yeah, it's me. And he was like, girl, you owe me a gift. And I was like, you're right. I do owe you a gift. And I brought one for you. And I like reached down to my pocketbook, and he was like, what? No, and I was like, no, I have a gift for you. And I like took out the book with the Steps to Christ book and the note and everything, and I like gave it to him. And then his reaction was priceless.